Choose the drop down and select fade, swipe, slide, or even a stinger transition if you're going to be using your own custom transition. One thing you might want to add to your starting screen to make your viewers pumped and excited and ready for your stream is a countdown timer. So to do that, you're going to want to select the plus button, and then you're going to want to add a text source. Add that on in, select add source. You don't need to do any customizations, at least right away, because we need to add in the timer source. So what you'll need to do is download the MyStream Timer from the Microsoft App Store, launch that. Under the first countdown tab, you can set the amount of time that you want
2996707 in the 613. Your key to move on and don't stall. Welcome to my channel. My name is Johan Daniel. I trade in mortgages as an agent first level. It is possible you may be. Why me out of all? Well, I got over 300 lenders eagerly waiting overall. Either you want a house, a mansion, or a mall. To concretize your dream, all you need is a call. 2996707 in the 613. Your key to move on and don't stall. Having an asset is instrumental, and once you sell it, your profit will be exponential. Mirror, mirror, who's the greatest of them all? I'm Mr. Sandman, someone to hold. As you still peachy, don't wait to be too old now. Go to my website and get your pre-approval. Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Johan Daniel. I trade in mortgages as an agent first level. It is possible you may be. Why me out of all? Well, I got over 300 lenders eagerly waiting overall. Either a mansion or a mall. To concretize your dream, all you need is a call. 2996707 in the 613. Your key to move on and don't stall. Having an asset is instrumental, and once you sell it, your profit will be exponential. Mirror, mirror, who's the greatest of them all? I'm Mr. Sandman, someone to hold. As you still peachy, don't wait to be too old now. Go to my website and get your pre-approval.
Get your mortgage pre-approval now. Get your mortgage pre-approval now. Get your mortgage pre-approval now. Today. Get your mortgage. Secure your future together. Apply for a mortgage pre-approval today. Secure your future together. Apply for a mortgage pre-approval today. Secure your future together. Apply for a mortgage pre-approval today.
Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Johan Daniel. I trade in mortgages as an agent first level. That was a joke. That was simply a joke, and it's referring to my running advertisement right now. If you haven't seen it, I put it right up before this starts. So this is my first live ever, and today we're going to talk about what's the role of a mortgage agent. So what does a mortgage agent do? Because I find out there has been a lot of confusions among my clients who think sometimes, who call me sometimes, and they're like, so can you help me find a house? Thinking I'm a realtor or something, but there is a difference between a realtor and a mortgage broker or a mortgage agent. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Hey, once again, my name is Johan Daniel, and I work for DLC Mortgages on Point, Dominion Lending Center. DLC stands for Dominion Lending Center, and Dominion Lending Centers has about 3,000 franchises all around Canada. So that makes us, after the bank, one of the biggest mortgage brokerage firm out there. And so I'm also a member of the Mortgage Professional Canada. And so the mortgage, so in the mortgage business, mortgage agents are regulated by FSRA. So my license is being given by FSRA to me, and we are highly regulated to the point every now and then FSRA will just post If you're not complying with the regulations, then they will take your license or you will get a fine depending on what's happening. So which makes it very safe for customers or consumers. So a FSRA, for those who doesn't know, stands for Financial Services Regulatory Authority of Ontario. It used to be called FSCO, Financial Services Commission of Ontario. Now it's FSRA instead of FSCO. So maybe I should start by defining what a mortgage agent is. So a mortgage agent is a professional who deals and trades mortgages for a licensed brokerage firm. So if I dumb it down a little, so what does that mean? It's basically a professional who will try to, not try, but I'm using the wrong term, but who will get you a loan, who will get someone who's looking for a loan. So a mortgage broker or a mortgage agent will definitely do their best to obtain that loan for you. And in the process, so that loan there, it's also defined by a mortgage, right? So we will get you a mortgage or the financing in order for you to buy your home, right? So and then what does a mortgage broker or mortgage agent do? So first thing first, we do new mortgages for first-time home buyers. We do refinancing. We can obtain a collateral mortgage for someone. We do line of credits and other type of secured loan. We also provide advice and counsel to people who are seeking for renewal options. We have access to private mortgages. We have access to private lenders, and so we sell deal mortgages for either privates or mortgage investment corporations. And a mortgage broker also can do commercial mortgages, which is intended to be used by industrial, commercial investments companies, and so forth and so on. So a mortgage is basically a loan secured by a physical property. So in other words, I am a bank. I give you a loan, and in exchange, and what guarantees me that you will pay me as a lender, if everything goes south on your end, then I get your house. I know it sounds pretty harsh, but that's the reality of things. So if you don't pay your mortgage, eventually your whoever's financing you, whoever's behind the financing, then is gonna be obliged to claim that house. Unfortunately, so that's what a mortgage is. And a collateral mortgage is when you secure more debts against that property, against the value of that property. A line of credit, it's when you have it's when you have a line of credit available to you. So which makes it different than a loan itself. Because what is a loan? So a loan, it's a funds that is advanced to you, and as time goes by, you pay it up until you reach you paid it all. As opposed to a line of credit, it's again, it's a fund that is always available to you. So you can withdraw, pay it back, withdraw it again, and pay it back, and so forth and so on. So it never ends. Sometimes it can be a good option, especially in terms of interest. Sometimes the interest rate on a line of credit can be lower than what you would get as a loan. Depends again on your credit score and your credit history, and your GDS, TDS. So this is we'll talk about that a little bit later. So what is refinancing? It's when you already have an existing mortgage and you increase the size of that mortgage, or you renegotiate it in some fashion. So in other words, you already have a mortgage. Say you have a $200,000 of mortgages, and then somehow you ended up, you only have $50,000 mortgages to pay, and you decide to refinance. So through the process, again, they gave you $150,000 again. So to that fact, you just have to keep in mind. So if you have $50,000 left and you have 10 years to pay it back, and now as you refinance your house and they give you back $150,000, so that brings you back to $200,000 again. So I'm afraid, my friend, you will have another 20 years to pay it again, or 25 years, whatever. So that's the rationale behind refinancing. So now, and also a renewal. A renewal is an option. It's an option to an existing borrower. So what it means, at the end of a term of a mortgage, the lender may offer to either renew it or transfer it, or so by renewal we're thinking about obtaining better terms. Obtaining a better interest. You can also have a different term. So instead of going for 5 years, you can go to 3 years or 2 years or 1 year or 6 months. So a renewal, it's an option offered to the borrowers that has an existing mortgage. So in other words, so here you have the mortgage and you're on a 5-year term. After your 5 years, then you have the option to either renew the terms for another 5 years with a new interest rate, whatever interest rates available in the market. And you can also renegotiate your payment terms. So instead of monthly, on a monthly basis, you can go bi-weekly. Instead of bi-weekly, you can go weekly. You can either change your interest type, so variables or fixed. You can either increase your payments to accelerate the mortgage payment and so on and so on. So you can also transfer your mortgage from one institution to the next. So that's what a renewal is. So what are the benefits of using a mortgage agent or mortgage broker against a financial institution such as CIBC, RBC, Scotia, TD, HSBC, or and so forth and so on. So to make it clear, when you go to a bank, basically whatever interest rate they're giving you, that's what you get, right? As opposed to when you come see a guy like me, or whoever who's in the business of dealing or trading mortgages, and what happened is we will promise you whatever interest rate is best, as long as you have the perfect credit score, as long as you present the best scenario ever. So the perfect credit score, the perfect GDS, the perfect TDS, then of course you will be entitled to get the best or lowest interest rate on the market. So to add more to that is that we as mortgage agent have we can benefit some rebates on the interest rates of certain financial institutions, and it's due to the fact that if we deal a lot, because we deal a lot of volumes for those financial institutions, therefore they promised us a better rate. And with that, if it happens to be, of course, I'll be more than happy to get you the best terms or the best interest rate that is out there. That's what we're supposed to do. So if you feel cheated now by a mortgage agent, I would strongly recommend you to call FISRA, or to go online. You go on Google and you type FSRA, FISRA. You scroll down to their contacts and you let them know this is what happened. That's my way of being transparent to the public, because I want to let you know these options are also available to you. Also, a mortgage agent often has a lot of solutions. For instance, if you absolutely really want a house, you have all the funds possible, but unfortunately you have kind of like a social credit whatsoever, then we can still get you a private lender, or we can still get the funds from an MIC or something. But of course, you have to be working. You still have to be able to bring funds. You still have to be able to take care of your expenses. And if you can take care of your expenses, you have no jobs, you have no money coming in, it's a waste of time. Don't even waste my time or waste the bank time, because no one will help you on that front. And also, more than anything else, my advice is completely free. My service is completely free. I don't get a dime giving you advice or anything like that. It's more of a commission, and it's usually around 1% or less from the transaction, but that money doesn't come from the customer, the client, or the borrower itself. It comes from the lender. So you don't have to worry about asking me questions or if you need to pay me or anything like that. It doesn't happen like that. So I guess I just covered the benefits now, and now we can move on to something a little bit more fun, a mortgage application. So when someone is applying for a mortgage, what do they need? So first of all, you need a letter of employment that clearly states your status of employment, your position, your salary, if it's annual, hourly, whatnot, and it also has to indicate your status, so full-time employee, whatnot, and It has to have also it has to show the address and phone number of your employer, because of course we will check this out. We will check that out. We will call those guys. We will call your employer to make sure that you really employed at that job, because we want to make sure there's no fraud going on and stuff like that. And you have to have you have to submit two governmental pieces of ID, such as driver's license, passport, PR card, SIN, whatnot. And you have to also, firstly, I'm sorry I haven't mentioned it, but you have to duly sign the consent form. Sorry, I'm usually first, so sometimes I might switch the words around. So the last two slips, the last two pay slips for the last 30 days, and your last two T4s. So that's if you want a salary. Now, if you are a business for self person or an independent worker, then you must provide your professional license in whatever field you are evolving, a confirmation of your HST, the 2 last year of T1 in general, the 2 last notice of assessments. If ever you owe taxes, you need to show that it's paid in full. And also you need to show that your financial institution statements, banking statements for the past 6 months to a year, depending, preferably a year, because some lenders will anyway go back to you and be like, 6 months is not enough, I need to know more about this guy. So 6 months to a year. And any withdrawal or deposit higher than $2,000 has to be accompanied by a receipt or an invoice of some kind. Usually it goes from, usually you have to provide the last 6 months to a year info, so receipts and all that. So, and if you are a retiree, then we need either your T4 or T5, your old age security, your CPP, your WSIB, and 2 months of bank statements, long-term disability, short-term disability. So if it's either way, you need to show a proof and also a returning date if there's any. And if you have any investments, you need to show the state tax for that as well, with your name clearly defined and your name and address clearly defined. If you have any assets such as cars, boats, motorcycle, you need to disclose this as well. And that's about it. And if you have any, so now the next category is all about the debt. So if you have any debt, you need to list it all. And if you ever pay those debt, you need to show information that those debts are paid off. So that's about it, I think. So this is my first live streaming, and you'll excuse me ahead of time for the mistakes I might have done. On the next during the next sessions, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is all the different types of programs that it is out there for newcomers. So newcomers who just arrived in Canada and who's looking to buy themselves a home. So there's many programs out there that is there to help them accomplish that. And then and also all the programs that there is out there for first-time home buyers. So we're gonna start for the newcomers first, and then we're gonna move to the first-time home buyers. That's so ironic to be on the first-time home buyers channel, getting information for first-time home buyers. I know it's really corny, but I just felt like I needed to do it. And also the difference between so all the criteria that there is to buy a house. And so we have a lot of materials to cover. So hopefully this wasn't too long, and thank you very much for tuning in. And once again, if you want to know anything about mortgages, don't hesitate. My name is Johan Daniel. Phone number is 613-299-6707, 613-299-6707. And I'm pretty flexible, so in case if I don't answer, just please leave a detailed message, and I'll definitely get back to you. So thank you very much once again. Bye.
Thank you.